Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Dammâseq Campaign. Last time, we took on the nation of Ursu in a quick war, seizing the settlement of Setit and giving that to Tunip. Now Tunip controls the northern parts of the Ebla region entirely. We also forced Ursu to release the nation of Patina, who we guaranteed. This gives us a layer of protection against Mari, so Mari can't budge into any further into the region up here. I believe this is the Mucus region without tangling with us, and I don't think they're really going to want to. I guess they could decide to do that, but I'm not expecting that to be a serious problem now. And then we turned our attention southward and took out the nation of Jedit, making them our client state, putting us temporarily over the active relations limit, which is annoying, but not the end of the universe. In 2 techs, we can actually get back up to the number of relations needed to maintain 4, and we're going to hopefully get rid of that PI malice along the way from that. And with Jedit under our control, we're now in a position to strike at Kemet itself and its client Henin Nesset. Now, Kemet's taken advantage of the fact that we've unguaranteed Moab to make room for all these new relationships by immediately fighting Moab and their allies. I actually think Kemet may annex most or all of Moab pretty soon. But in preparation for this, we're getting ready for our war with Egypt at long last. We did technically have our first little fight here, but this is a war with Egypt itself, Kemet, in earnest. We have a number of mercenary companies that we've just hired, including a pretty large mercenary company native to Dammâseq, and to help them out with Higher Marshal, a foreign mercenary company from the north who are going to head their way down. It's going to take these guys a number of months, if not years, to get organized here and set up, so we're not going to war quite yet, but we're almost there. We do also have a mercenary company that's a small size, but with a very good leader, heading over to actually join our future sort of army organization at Tyr to take off with the flotilla in probably about a year or so. So, with that noted, we resume. Back onto speed 2 as well. And yeah, the levies are all half a year, 2 months away, so around half a year. So we're about half a year away from getting the levies raised, which will be quite handy. We are at our mercenary limit now. I don't think I can even hire more mercenaries, so that's too bad. We're down to only about 60 gold per month, which is a big cut, but we're still making a ton of money, all things considered, so I'm not too upset about that. That is over 1 road per month, so that's good if we were to do any roading, which I'm not planning to do, but you never know if the fancy were to strike me. Once these guys arrive in our territory, we can unblack flag them and put them, or we don't unblack flag them, they become unblack flagged, unexiled, and we can put them into force march to get them moving a bit faster. But it's just going to be a matter of time, honestly. Herman will be ready the 30th of June. That will be quite handy. But yeah, so we are preparing in earnest here, no going back now that we've hired all these mercs to do this war. And these guys, I think I'll just leave them to build up naturally. We have plenty of time, honestly. There's no huge rush. And I am interested, yeah, these guys, I think Kemet might actually just take all this, which means having our mercenary force maybe even stationed at the border down here if Moab survives with territory in the north, may end up being necessary. We don't know if Kemet will actually annex all or any of Moab. They may leave Moab alone. If Moab survives in a location that blocks Kemet from accessing it, I mean, they can obviously go through the desert, but if Moab ends up surviving in between me and Kemet, then that's good, because that means Kemet will have that truce with Moab, and they probably won't have military access through them. I guess we'll see what ends up happening there. But we may end up actually going to war while this war over here is ongoing, which wouldn't be the worst thing, as fighting them in Moab means that we're not fighting them in Canaan. Of course, the whole goal with this strategy is to have our levy be disembarking over in the Nile area to lay waste to the sort of generally unfortified cities. There are a number of cities that are fortified quite a bit, so we do need to keep an eye on that, but many of these cities aren't fortified, and we can cause some real damage, and just generally plunder the wealth of the Nile as we go. Ultimately, Kemet does have a pretty sizable fleet, but we do have the sheer force of numbers on our side. I should also assign an admiral to the great Canaanite flotilla, although that's probably not necessary because that's going to be split apart as our forces get moving, and we won't be keeping the whole flotilla together before after we reach Egypt itself, so should be totally fine, to be fully honest. Alright, these guys are almost to the border, so we'll keep an eye on them. Wealthy patron. The city of Beit Sa'an has been often overlooked by the wealthy patrons of her capital. Today, however, Bat Noam or Mitba has offered to spend a sizable quantity of his wealth to construct a grand temple. He's requested our permission. Let's see here. Beit Sa'ana is this city that I don't really intend to keep, but I guess that would be fine. Local population happiness wouldn't hurt. Him getting popularity is fine. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Or we could get 2 slaves. He's a family head, but he has 100 loyalty, so... Or we could get a free peacekeepers. That might actually be better. I think I'd rather have a peacekeepers here, to be fully honest. Peacekeeper is kind of a good building. Sack of the Shalem Temple. The great temple in Batir dedicated to Shalem, who is one of my gods, has been sacked by Kemet. You bastards! How dare you sack one of my temples? Only I'm allowed to sack my own temples. Yikes. Okay, well now we have a lore casus belli for fighting Kemet. They're sacking temples to Canaanite gods. Outrageous. Egyptian perfidiousness is on full display with this news. Oh yeah, there we go. More stability for Canaan. Very good. These guys are almost here. Meanwhile, you guys can get off of Force March. And this looks fine. This, I'm assuming, is fine. Okay. These guys are almost here. 16th of August. We can get them into Force March. Get them moving a bit faster. While they're in Force March, they don't recover any morale, but that's fine. This will... There we go. Well... I guess letting them recover morale as they move is probably not the worst. And they're on the road, so it's a bit faster, so that's fine. Alright, meanwhile, the Herman levy is ready to get raised, so we will get them moving. Gonna be back down to probably 26,000 manpower total. But that's still a lot in reserve for us to draw upon. Hopefully our levies won't be actually used too much in the war, manpower-wise, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening there. Alright, head on over to Tyr, and yeah, we'll get everybody organized. Everybody else is a few months away. Whew, alright, I'm interested to see what happens with this peace deal. But, probably nothing good is what the answer will end up being. And incidentally, interestingly, Tunip and Enkomi wouldn't join, but Jedet would join, which is the opposite of what I thought would happen. Tunip and Enkomi are disloyal. What is the problem? I mean, I guess AE is a problem, but I feel like this is a little excessive. Let's boost up our relations with them just to... Actually, yeah, what's the issue here? You were loyal a minute ago. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but it is not the end of the universe. Alright, end of October. We'll get these guys going. Okay, we see the levy of... So let's think about this, actually. This is the levy of Northern Upper Egypt, so let's check where that is. Northern Upper Egypt is this region here. So, and Kemet, let's remember, their capital is Waset down here. Now that adds up. This is Raneb, what's this guy's name? Raneb Talek Hamani. And this is led by Raneb Talek Hamani, so there's that guy. So, let's assume that each of Egypt's core... Yeah, because Southern Upper Egypt is their main core. So let's assume that each of their regions has around a levy of that size. So that's about a 5.75. So I don't know if they're using all their levies simultaneously or if just this one is the one they've been using for this war or what's going on. But with the other mercenaries that are coming from the north arriving here, we will outnumber the Kemetans down here, which is a good start, to say the least. I hope that they don't have that many cohorts per region, because that is more than I have, I think. Yeah, we could be in some trouble here. Yeah, Kemet actually has... I mean, let's remember that overall Kemet doesn't have the population that I do, but they do still have a big population, and I'm approaching this war in a pretty weird way with where I'm going to concentrate my forces. So, yeah, this is pretty interesting. This is not the normal way things would happen here. But yeah, at this point, I think we have to just take these guys on. And I guess we'll see what happens with this war. I don't know if Kemet has like the war score room to even take all of Moab, but if I can actually fight them while they're distracted by Moab, that would be pretty good. Alright, let's raise the other levies. Alright, everybody up. And then, where's my... Here we go. You are all going to force march your way over here. You get off force march. You get on force march and come on over. And then my last levies are going to be ready actually right now. Perfect. Phoenicia and Canaan. Canaan lost one of their guys, that's fine. I think this is the border here, right? Yeah. That was a good call. And then the Phoenicia levy can just raise at tier, of course. Alright. Good. That is, I think, everybody raised once again. So this won't help my manpower pool, but we have a lot of manpower stored up. That's quite good. Alright. These guys... Let's see. I want to wait for these mercs to be closer to full morale. Although I guess I'm really using this force mostly for having a 15 martial guy with this team, so his army being high morale isn't actually important. So we'll wait for everybody else to arrive, but we will take these guys off of force march once they do get here. This guy can get off of force march preemptively. This guy's almost here. Okay. Okay, we have another... There's a southern Upper Egypt, which I think is there. Yeah, that's the Pharaoh there in this army. Okay, so that's a smaller force, so let me actually think about this. Where are the Wasetans living? So obviously this is their core. And I guess they have a bunch that they've established. Yeah, they don't have a lot of core population up here. This is a lower Kemetic versus upper Kemetic. So they're an upper Kemetic culture. So we're not really going to damage their levy size much, although at the scale of the wars now, that's not really a priority in these wars. It's mostly about taking their money. But that's good to know. So yeah, these two levies together would outnumber the mercenary force that I plan to have stationed in my southern border, so we may need to reconsider our organization plans a little bit. I could leave one of my levies in the area as well to supplement them. That being said, if we get the jump on these guys, we might be able to pull something off. They'd have to run back to their territory. If that force was down here already and at full morale, we could do this. I'm worried about them leaking up, though, and creating a doom stack that I can't really stop. So let's think about this. So these guys together, let's see here, 4.5, let's see, plus 750, that's 5. 5, hold on. It is 5.25, so 5,250. So the total is around 10.5k. Let's round it to 11k just to be safe. So 5.5 plus 2.250, that's about 7k. So what I really need to leave is like a 4k force just to be safe, which would mean, for example, the levy of Jordan Rafali, who would incidentally be defending their home, so that's not actually the worst idea. I guess that's probably okay. I only need to bring as many people over as I need to do sacking and to fight any local forces, but I don't even know if levies are raisable, really, from these areas, if there's not that many Wasetans. I guess there's some Wasetans here and there, but I'm not expecting these places to have tons of levies. Yeah, Kemet hasn't really prioritized assimilating these northerners very fast, because these are a different culture group, so maybe the locals here, although the issue is Hen and Neset, although they're also fighting Nubia, so Hen and Neset may actually have their forces in the south right now, and not in position, because Hen and Neset is actually a lower Kemetic group, so they're local up here, so they're going to have much more levies. But, that being said, yeah, I think we're okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Jordan Rafali levy and send them south to actually supplement the forces down here, just to be on the safe side. I don't want my south to get sacked, if I can help it. So, actually, you come over here, and you come over here. Alright, we're not gonna play around. We're, you know, doing this the safe way if we can help it. And if we have to let them move through a couple layers of forts and sack some of my towns, that's not the end of the world. As long as I can end the war, that's kind of like what I care about, you know? That's the main thing. And ideally give stuff to Jedit. So we'll see what ends up happening. But I think we're going to be okay. Alright. Here these guys come. If these guys stay here, I might just attack them right off the bat. That would probably... Yeah, in fact, you know what? I'm going to have these forces come over here and just be on standby. Philistia wouldn't... Oh, you know, How about I send you a gift? And then, if I can get military access through you to fight them, I can do that. We lost a trade route of some kind. What did we lose? The spice trade route. We'll just reestablish it with these guys. And I don't know how much we're trading from the Egyptians. Let me check my lapis trades. Am I trading any lapis from the Egyptians? Because if so, that could be an issue. Not enough of an issue to change my plans, but it would be irritating. That's Assyria and some other person that's not Kemet, so we're fine. Okay. Hey, Pharaoh. Don't pay attention to whatever's happening over here by your border. Nothing to see there. All right. I can go ahead and, while these guys are moving, start organizing my naval fleet here, because I have to do this before we get boarded. Okay, so I think we do what we did before with Enkomi and organize into groups of 10 cohorts as best we can, with the Levy of Hermon in specific being something we pay attention to, because this is our sacking force, so we can have 4 sack teams of 10 cohorts, although 2 of them will be 11 cohorts, technically. Alright, so split them into half, and we should be able to just split them again afterwards. Alright, I think that's fine. So so let me take the Great Canaanite Flotilla and get to work. Let's see. So I guess we can start with splitting in half, because this goes into 60, 30, and then we'll do that again with the other 61. So now this is easier to split apart. Split in half. Alright. So, groups of 10, and then split apart again. To 10. Perfect. Sorry, it's just going to take a second here, but I want to do this all on camera, so I'm consistent across the campaign. 10. Alright, keep splitting. It's all for a good cause. Keep them splitting. To 10. 10. Into 10. Oh, that's everybody. Okay. Perfect. Alright, up here, I wish I could organize the controlled armies list, but no, that is beyond my powers. Oh, hold on, I have to split it slightly differently, because some of these guys are going to be larger. Like this force here is, I think, 11 cohorts, so, whoops. Okay, do it like this. How on earth do I do this? Here we go. 11... Select. And now you can join that 11 Navy. Great. Out you go. And then this one here, and the reduced one, we move another over to form another 11 Navy. Good. And now the second levy of Hermon can join the first Navy. Out you go. Third levy can join the second Navy. Out you go. Fourth levy can join the third Navy. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Alright, and then everybody else that's here, the mercenary force can just join one of the navies. In fact, let's see here. We'll come back to that later. let's see. The levy of Canaan and the levy of Phoenicia can join one navy together. Join the 4th navy, and then, oh God, how am I going to do this? There, join the 4th navy. There we go. That should be everyone there, I believe. Yep. Okay. Let's see here. So, how many navies do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full navies and a 7th partial navy. We have enough. Now that we've split away the Jordan forces for my new plan, we actually have more than enough navies anyways, so that is perfectly fine. I think I'll keep a reserve navy together, maybe parking them in the dock at Tamiat just to kind of be in the area. Yeah. Okay, as for the 5th navy, so these guys are going to, let's see, they can embark on the 5th navy and leave. And as for you, let's split you into halves. Alright, Kadesh, 18 and 18. Actually, with my remaining ships, well, no, I should split them further. Split them into 9 and 9, and yeah, that's workable. Alright, split in half again, and the other Kadesh levy split in half again. Alright, first Kadesh, 9 cohorts. Yeah, that should be fine. Join the 6th Navy. 6th Navy leaves. Alright, 2nd Kadesh joins. 2nd Kadesh is... Oh, I didn't split 2nd Kadesh. Oh, I split the other Kadesh. Okay, yeah, whoops. You guys merge back together. 2nd Kadesh joins the 7th Navy, and they leave. 3rd Kadesh joins the 8th Navy, and you leave. And then 5th Kadesh joins the 9th Navy. That's everybody. Okay. And now we have an 18 naval stack remaining. Who is going to... Yeah, the 10th Navy will act as my reserve. 10th Navy will come over to Tamiat and stay there. I could leave forces navally to like protect my shore, but I'm not worried about Kemet doing some sort of naval invasion. That's like the least expected thing they could do, given the way things have worked out here. And then everybody else, with all of the guys aboard... Actually, hold on. Let me start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone else come over, just over sort of to here, and we'll get organized from there. Okay. Okay, we're good. And then does everybody have food? I should have checked that first, but no, we're good to go. Helantia campaign flashbacks and all that. Alright, we're still waiting on these mercs to get down here. Once they reach full morale, I'll get them into forced march. But I can probably do this attack, actually, even before the mercs are here, once morale's a little bit higher on the mercenaries. I may even put them into... yeah, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. Now that you're here... Oh, these guys are leaving. Okay. That is fine. Ooh, I did not fortify Hasterim. Ooh, why did I not fortify Hasterim? That's a capital and it's a colony. That is a weak point in my frontier here. I thought that I'd fortified this. Crap. This would take way too long to actually build now. It wouldn't help. Hasterim may end up getting sacked by the Egyptians. That's going to have to probably... I think we're going to just attack these guys here, because we know for sure they're going to still be sieging by the time we're ready. So let's head on over to the mountain valley. Or no, let's head to the farmland so we're not... yeah, let's head over to the farmland so we're not in the very slow-moving mountain valley, so we can catch these guys here. And we should be able to beat this force one-on-one, especially with these guys arriving. But even before these guys arrive, once these guys are at full morale, I think we make the attack. Assuming that my ships are in position, because that has to happen first. Alright, here we go. Whew, I'm nervous. This is the biggest war of the campaign, almost assuredly. I mean, it literally is, but like in terms of like scale for the campaign, the level of like prep that I've done, the amount of like pre-wars and like setup that I've done here. 24,000 Canaanites on the way over. Not as much as when we attacked Jedet, but it's for those reasons that we've discussed earlier. Okay, now what's the plan here? let us make this plan quite thoughtfully here. So we could have some people in Jedit actually walking out to do stuff, which may not be the worst idea. And I think what I want to do, well, I don't know, Jedit will also participate, and their Legion will fight on my behalf, so I can just let them do that, honestly. Also, Kemet owns the literal city of Jedit, which I'm sure is not too pleasing for the Jedit people. What I think I want to do here, let me look for the most valuable cities that are either Kemet cities or Dammâseq cities for sacking purposes. I think the value here is going to come from the tax income and the population. So Tajaru is almost surely one, because we have 4 sacking armies we can work with. The other armies will get to work on forts. So 1 for Taru for sure, and then that army can then work on other places along this side of the Nile, or this fork of the Nile. Yeah, some of these they're worth sacking, but they're not like, extremely valuable. The really, really good stuff is way down here, more in the core of these guys. Yeah, like Wasset, for example. Actually, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, it has a great temple. That's what's going on. Because I was just thinking, wait a minute, like 3.32 tax income is kind of like an outrageous amount of money. Great temple. Ooh, okay. This is like probably like an Egyptian thing. Yeah, this place will be extremely valuable to sack. And we can sack it, and we're also taking a provincial capital of the place that we want in the war, so that is super handy. So, with that in mind, now I have to remember which navy has which force. Can I see that somehow? God, this is going to be really hard to organize. I should have been keeping track of this. I think the Great Canaanite Flotilla has one of my... Here we go. Yep, Abdestart the Besieger is on board. Yeah, I think what we do is we first sack Jaru, and then maybe we walk over and sack these other places around. Alright, so that fork is taken care of, and we'll come back with the other armies and plan out the fort busting team, because this place, of course, with the 3 income from the thing, isn't fortified. Good job, Dammâseq. Great work. Okay, so I think anything over 0.50 is definitely worth looking to sack, so we can have that first force from the... actually, let me... Hold on. Yeah, the flotilla force can sack Mestu themselves. Everything kind of along this fork of the Nile they can handle. Okay, what about this fork in here? Well, most of it's controlled by Jedit, and there's basically no cities along it, so that's not really a big deal. 1 fork in. Setanu is kind of valuable. Resinet, not so much. 1 fork further in, we'll take a look at the further down stuff later. This is fortified, and it's valuable, so this may be a siege target. Almost for sure it's a siege target, because it's near to Jedit. Here is fortified. Anything else that's not fortified and valuable? A lot of the valuable stuff is fortified. These are both fortified. Ooh, this is really valuable. Yamu. Hey, I was just in Yamu in the True Magi playthrough. Or when this video goes live, it won't have been just in Yamu, but I was in Yamu recently. That is kind of fun. Right. Yeah, so Yamu is a definite target for sure. Okay. And further in. Anything that's unfortified that looks really promising. Not anything super incredible. Can I destroy Giza with an army? I don't know if that's possible. I might send an army over there to see if I can do that. Also, Men Nefer isn't fortified. Alright, I think what I do is, so I have the first levy coming over here in this direction. I'll have the second levy, which I think is in the first navy. Yep. Alright, this guy here. I'm going to send... let's see. I'm going to send here to sack Setanu. because this is unfortified. And then they'll keep sailing down, like, this direction. Right, the second navy with the third levy. Yeah. These guys, I'm going to send... let's see here. I'm going to send these guys... I think we'll send them towards Saknakat. It's not super valuable, but it is unfortified, and they can also grab Hesert along the way. And then they'll come join down for more sacking in the south. And then the third navy with the fourth levy. Can I see them, please? No, they're under so many. I think the right one's on there. These guys, I might just send straight to Yamu, honestly, and get to work on Yamu. I think that's worth it. And then what I'll do with the rest, I think the others I'll just kind of send over, let's see here. Over here, the closest fort is here, so let's send to this fort here. The first, like, Herman army will do a lot of sacking of cities around here, but these other cities are largely fortified. Alright, this one here will come and work on Jedet, maybe assault it with the Jedet army. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe not an assault, but at least get the siege going. These guys will, I think, come for Sama Bet. Okay. These guys, I'm going to send to support the Yamu attack. Then I'm actually going to keep 2 of my stacks in reserve, I think, on land and ready to sort of move out from the marsh. So I can send them out to support. I don't want to spread myself too thin here because I don't know what the local forces are going to be like. But we have a general plan of attack. And let's not forget they have a reserve navy at Tamiat as well. Actually, the reserve force can probably help with the siege at Jedet, so I may have them... yeah. Instead of landing there, I'm going to have them actually come over and join that as well. Okay, that's the plan there. And then down here, these guys are still getting their morale up. But this force here, after the monthly tick, I might be fine to do this attack. I mean, I'd win the fight, but a lot of these mercs would get really damaged. But Kemet has to move so far. And the thing is, if I interrupt Kemet right now, because I do have military access through Moab at the minute. Yeah. I can make this attack. And the thing is, I don't want Kemet to finish their war with Moab, and Moab might surrender after losing Nebo, because they haven't surrendered yet. So I think this might give us a chance to further hold Kemet back. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So even if this army here with the really strong leader isn't ready yet, this force here, once my boats are in position, we go for it, is the plan, I think. And then I'm going to put on to reorganization just temporarily. It's very, very expensive, but I want to get as high martial as possible for that fight. Everybody get into position. I know we're going to be out of naval range. I'm aware, game. I've thought that through. Alright. Everyone get into position. Kemet surely sees what's going on, but they're not going to be able to do too much to... Oh, actually, everybody joins me now, which is quite nice. Okay. And our goal is to take Eloth for what that's worth. Maybe I should send somebody over. I guess the mercs can make their way over to grab Eloth, but ultimately this war won't be about massive conquests or anything like that. I've explained already what my goals are, I think. Alright, everybody get into position. Good. Maybe one more month, then we go for it. March of Time. This isn't a great time for this Abdestart. You've been perfectly healthy for like 20 years. Age finds us all in the end. Even the priests and surgeons shake their heads when confronted with the inevitable decline of the human body. As Abdestart is finding out, he may not have much time left. He has diphtheria. That's not good. Still in perfect health, so I guess it's not so bad, but yeah. These guys as well. Force march. How fast will this be? Probably too late. Actually, just force march here and try to join in the battle like that. Alright, we're almost in position. I don't see any Egyptian armies anywhere around here, so that's a good sign. And I think actually 27th of June we'll declare the war. because I think people are all in position now. Whew, okay. Alright. What? Who's this? Okay, whatever. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Everyone's in position. God. Time has come. What? Oh my god. No, they had a rebellion right now. Oh, that timing is lucky. Holy shit. Who is this? Oh, wow, okay, hold on. It's hard to tell, but this is actually a rebellion. Oh my gosh, that's extremely lucky. I mean, Kemet will redirect their forces over here now. Yeah, now Giza is, like, outside of Kemet's control. This is, like, actually pretty... This is really good, though. So this changes my plans a little bit, but this was literally right as I was about to declare war. Wow. That is a sign from the gods that we are on the right track here. Kemet, the time has come. Here it is. Oh man, I'm excited. Alright, we're going to be joined by Enkomi, Tunip, and Jedet. They're going to be joined by Henin, Nesset. Here we go. Actually, first. Yep, this is all correct. Okay. For real this time. Oh, the upper Kemetic major power of Kemet and Henin Nesset have rallied together to defend. Here it is. Okay, first things first, get to work on... I think what I'm going to do is have... Let's see here. Everybody come down. We're going to work on Yamu first. Yamu is a... Actually, Yamu is the capital of... I actually didn't realize that. Yamu is the capital of the client state, so that works. Head on down. You guys can probably just stay put for now. I may move them later. Over here, first levy of Herman, descend into Jaru, and then we'll sack around. These guys head down to Per Sopdu. There we go. Up here, all of you guys descend... No, you go up there. You go up there as well, and you join for that as well. Here, Kadesh, come up to here. And then the Herman levy come over to here. It's not going to be super valuable, but it's something. We may actually split apart to do some more sacking as well. I think that's everybody. Oh no, these guys as well. Herman, head over to here, unfortified. Whew, okay, and then over on this side, in we come, 12th of July. If they leave, they break the siege, which is good. 8th of July. Let's do this a different way. Force marched for 7th of July. There we go. And I want these guys to arrive first because they have kind of low morale. There we go. 7th of July, and then these guys arrive right after. That's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. This is actually probably the best way this could have started. Okay. We're going on speed 2 for this war. I gotta look at my screen there. Okay. Colorblind, unfriendly ass UI up here. I think, okay, 7th of July, and then over here, when are my landings happening? Alright. Here we go. Fortress under siege. Alright, also we have to change our imports because I think we lost an Egyptian trade that we had. What we're trading for? I didn't lose any of my surpluses, so I don't know what I lost. I am just kind of bamboozled. I guess I'll trade for marble? More noble happiness. Well, I have like maxed out noble happiness locally. Let's see. Limestone's probably good. Yeah, let's trade with the Prospering Scepter. No, that sounds fine. Okay. Wait, hold on, wait. We have negative food in Dammâseq? What? Really? Okay, well, I guess we have enough population here now that that's become an issue. Okay, well, in that case, let me address that, because I don't want that to become an issue. Let's switch over to grain. Trade with Ebla. That should fix that right up. Okay. good. Alright, looking solid so far. I'm going to keep the boats largely where I have them, just to be safe. These guys are arriving tomorrow. Over here, these guys are trying to run. They're not going to get away. That's a huge relief. So that's the best of both worlds. We'll be attacking them in the hills, which isn't the best ever, but it's fine. Yeah, I think we are good. Okay. And this battle should be next up. Army under attack. Now we're all here. Alright, yeah, we're going to win. They do have chariots, because they are Egypt. And I don't remember chariots yet. Chariots are good against archers, but that's the main thing they're good at. We still have the numbers advantage, even though they have the really good units. So that is can be fine. More stability, that is handy. Over here, any sign of any shenanigans that I need to be concerned about? I don't see any Egyptian forces at all. I think we're okay. Also, Prospering Septurnome, who's one of these rebellions, is sieging down this fort here. So we have to compete with these rebellions to get good sieges. I think we really did time this quite well. Oh my gosh! Look at that sack! 200 gold for the sack! Oh my god, I think it might be time to get cruel, to be fully honest with you. Also, I think we have that glitch where you can't get another negative trait because he has diphtheria, so I think I'm going to let none shall hide, honestly. Also, popularity for Abdestart. God, that's so... We're at 4,000 gold now, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's a good start. That wasn't even the temple city either, that was just a city. Holy crap. That was over here. Yeah, I think the sacking plan is definitely looking quite promising. Okay, where do I go to next? I think this army I want to send to Resenet to sack that, and then get back on the boats, and then sail down to sack Kem. I think that's the plan. So let's force march our way over here, and move the boats over in preparation to transport them over. Okay, over here. The first, also sacking of Tajaru. Oh my god! Holy, 220 gold from the sack! We captured 5 Egyptian slaves as well. Absolutely outrageous amounts of money from these Egyptians. That is a great sign. We should keep in mind, though, that we're not going to be able to sack places because of occupation, so I should have thought about that, but that's okay. We're still going to get some good sacks off. These guys could come sack Senket, but this is a pretty small city, so I'm going to just ignore it. I'm actually going to march my way over to Tebin and sack that, and then the boats can, I think, actually move over one tile as well. So these guys, this battle is almost over. Sacking of Sak Nakat. Okay, not as valuable, but this is more of a normal sized city. Oh yeah, here it is. None shall hide. And now you can come down to force march down here, and then probably I move these boats over to this side, I think. Yeah, that's good. And over here, this battle's almost done. Yeah, Egypt is dead. What a great start to the war. Holy crap. I mean, that's not necessarily like a slaughter, but we definitely had a decisive win against Kemet to start the war off. Very good sign. Alright, this sends them running, and these guys here, I'm assuming I can't catch. Let me do a cheeky force march attack to see if I can catch these guys over here. I think I will be. I want to stack wipe this force. Even though it's one cohort, it's still worth it to stack wipe them, I think. And I think Kemet has to flee like back to their territory, which should delay their Moab attack. And we can just follow them through Moab down to Eloth. So that is going to be quite handy. Alright, yeah, everyone's moving. That's good. And yeah, we'll catch these guys here. That's perfect. Come up here. Good. There's that battle. Stack wipe. And then you guys, I think we're going to force march these guys. Let's see. Let's force march these guys over to Hura? No. take them off of forced march, and just have them recover on the way. March normally through Moab, and come down... I guess first, yeah, come down to Shittim first. I think we're going to move as a group. Should be fine. Granaries raided in Epiram. Let's see here. That is actually quite handy. I think we'll just pay for it ourselves. That's one Egyptian sack being used up here. Also get more loyalty on the governor. Very good. Any governor loyalty problems? I don't think so. I think we're doing good. Okay, over here. Whew. This is so precise. Alright, we have a legion at work there. Ooh, okay. A cert has been sacked. Good. None shall hide. Money for me. Then onto the boats you go. Actually, hold on. This is an I didn't even notice the city here, Jeddu. This place is unfortified. Head to Jeddu. Yeah, the mercs were standing on top. Then from Jeddu, we'll get back on the boats and get moving. Alright, we're already at 5 war scores. That's a good place to be at. Okay. Now, once we get to 10 war score, that'll be good so we can at least leave the war if we want. And I'm also going to go ahead and preemptively give this all to Jedet. I have to do it tile by tile. I guess I could have... I don't need to in the peace deal, but I will give it to all the Jedet preemptively. Just so I don't make any goofy mistakes. And the goal here would be, yeah, this whole province is, yeah, we're good. All goes to Jedet. Oh my gosh, sorry about this, folks. Ugh. There we go, perfect. Okay. Okay, here is the southern... There's the levy with the pharaoh. Okay, they're going to probably go for Hatsarim, and now we're committed to this side of the Dead Sea, which isn't ideal. They can get through Hatsarim, assuming they actually stop there. That's going to slow them down. I'm going to try to catch these guys actually around Hatsarim. I guess going north is still faster. So, yeah, we'll just do it like this. I'm probably going to lose Hatsarim. I didn't know where this force was, so I couldn't react to that. But yeah, it is what it is. Sacking of Tebin. Okay, good. We're moving a lot of slaves around as well. None shall hide. Even for a small city, none shall hide is worth a lot. And then we come up to Hut-Waret. That's going to be a big sack right there. Alright. We're basically at full manpower sacking of Resenet. Here, yeah, that's right. None shall hide. We are just obliterating this land. Doing quite well. Alright, you guys, onto the boats. And we're going to move you guys southward. Yeah, the timing of these rebellions was very lucky. I mean, we were still taking fights and whatnot, but this could have been much worse if those rebellions didn't pop up when they did. Sieging down Jeddu. Oh wait, Jeddu is fortified. Okay. That is my mistake. That's why I didn't go to it before. I don't want this force to be locked up in the siege. Let's get back on the boats and then move on. We'll come siege that down with actual guys later. Not a big deal right now. Alright, how's this going over here? Looking good. Yeah, I think Hatsarim is screwed. So the Pharaoh can get his revenge at Hatsarim if he really wants to, but not too much I can do. I have no forces nearby. Whew, okay. Yeah, these guys are still sieging. Oh no, this force is just standing here. What am I doing? Which navy? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Wait, which navy has these guys on it? That's gonna be impossible. Probably the one that has 11 ships, right? Yeah. Are they on that navy? I can't tell. Sacking of Hut-Waret. Oh my god. It's almost 300 gold. Holy crap. That is crazy. Alright, come on over here to another unfortified city. Why can't you move here? You can move here like this, I believe. Oh wait, no. Oh, that's part of the rebellion. That's right. So we're not going to go there. Okay, in that case, come down to the boats and we'll get you moving on the boats. Oh yeah, here's the Herman Levy. Okay. You guys, I think... Oh, these guys hired the mercs. That is not going to fly. That's a lot of money. I could just... I'll pay them off in a minute. I'm not going to pay them off quite yet. They're not doing anything quite yet. Come on down to Kim and get that sieged. Yeah. Some of our first sieges are starting to conclude as well, so that's perfect. Come down to Chem. One should be... Yeah, you're moving. You... Did I give it an order to or not? Let's see here. Come down... I guess we could go even further south, yeah. You know what, honestly, come down... Let's see if we can sack Tepehu. I don't know where their navy is, but not fighting me is where their navy is, so if I can come down further down the Nile and sack more towns, that is fine by me. We need to get control of Eloth to turn the war score around as well, so that's going to be a priority for this mercenary force. All the money we're making doesn't matter if we can't finish the war, so we should keep that in mind. Wait, that's the wrong force. That's the wrong navy, I mean. Yeah. Actually, I think I will send that navy down with those guys so that they have some naval support. Couldn't hurt. Formation of Hatsram is lost. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. We will take that back once we can. Alright, here's some more Kemet forces, so... once this guy finishes sieging... Let's see here. We can get back on the boats and catch that guy. You actually... Hold on. We can just do this right now. Come over here to this tile here. We can catch these guys with at least 2 armies, maybe 3 armies. Siege of Jeddah is 1. That's an actual siege 1 as well. That's really good. I'm going to give that over to Jeddah, of course. And then you guys are free now to... Let's see here. Back on the boats. We'll get you moving. Let's see. I'm going to keep this navy down here. Actually, no, I'm going to bring this navy back up here. So just kind of be a swing navy if needed. This can all go to Jeddah as well. All the stuff that I actually want to give them the peace deal. Okay, good stuff. I'm just going to bring my reserve navy down to help protect the entrance to the Nile Delta area. Onto the land you go. Trade that stuff away. Who do these guys get on the boats? 30th of October. Alright, you guys all come this direction. All of you come down to this area here. But you come here first. Come here, rather. Go down to hide. On the boats. Let's see here. We're gonna win this fight already? Okay, that's a surprise. I guess because we're defending? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna question that. Works for me. Alright, these guys are, I think, coming to Rapahu to get that siege down. We got our Avenge Hatsarim. We're on our way. These guys can get into force march. Probably now, honestly. I kind of want these guys to be at full morale, though, so let's wait a few more months. Pirates are plundering Urid. I don't care about that. They can have at it. Army's under attack. Come down and reinforce if you can, a few days away. We might win this fight, but with the reinforcements, we definitely win the fight. And you guys on the boats on the 10th, and then you'll come down to Tepehu from there. You guys are sieging away. This force is on the way. This force is on the way. This force is sieging. This force is sieging. Okay. And then this force is on the way. Alright. Rapihu is under siege. Rapihu. Hold on. Oh, yeah, Rapihu. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Hold on. You guys go Rapihu first. Battle of Kemet. Off to a good start. And off to a good end. These guys, even with their chariots, can't stand up to the Canaanite numbers. We will just defeat them through sheer force of, willpower and whatnot. I think this huge stack here, I kind of want to assault the huge fort at Piteka. Actually, I think we should assault Hoot Harry Ib first. So all of you navies with your armies aboard, come over down here and drop them off. And Herman, come over here as well. We'll join for the assault. Actually, no, what am I doing? Herman, don't do that. Stay put, Herman. Herman, stay put. Stay on the river. The navy come down to sack that. That's the play. These guys come down there. All right. Another Canaanite victory. That is quite good. Alright, good. And then you guys come join for the... Actually, force march join for the assault as well. Actually, you're not full morale. I shouldn't... Well, I think that's probably fine. No, let's play it safe here. Get you off of force march. You can... Yeah, you... let's see here. Herman and Herman. Actually, you... Let's see. You get on these boats, and then you guys walk down here and recover along the way. Okay, that's the play. Alright, food shortage. At this point, the Kadesh levy, you leave over here, so that Herman can sack Yamu once they finish. And yeah, things are going quite well. Still only 4 war score, but we're gonna fix that real quick. Once I kill Pharaoh's army, we can recover Hatsarim and then grab the war target and get a ton of war score. But that's going to have to wait for the next episode of the Dammâseq campaign. Now we're really in the swing of things. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.